It's Week 18 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. We're just moments away from the action, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance at a tune-up before they play on into the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter. Their final chapter in a story to take the field until September rolls around again. And for some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer. Even he mentioned it to us. There hasn't been much celebrated for him since last week. While other guys were taking in the win and enjoying some time to relax, he was reviewing what went wrong in that game. An interception, not finding the end zone. That's not the type of impact that usually finds you a win, and he knows he's got to do more for his team.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First down, and they go right back to him. He makes it in for the touchdown. These guys take a 6-0 lead right away. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
Lining up now to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the 1 touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
They send a receiver in motion right. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way? Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He's going to throw this one. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
untranslatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
They're across by a man, and now he's in the clear. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target, thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Dumped off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
The 13-year pro still doing what he does as he puts this through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. 2nd among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 34. Hits his running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Gets it to him on the screen. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. On now comes their punter. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. And just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. Back now, pressure on its way. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives them the first.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This, our last play of the quarter. The give here on 2nd. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. Neither side separating much so far. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They've been moving it well, but face a 3rd down here. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Throwing on 2nd and 6. Catch is made down the right sideline. Give him a full 40 on the play. And it'll give him a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. A give now from the gun. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give him a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll throw on first. That's completed right side. And he's in. Touchdown! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys drive their lead to 11.
14, our home team, 3.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Starting from the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he's in the midst of a phenomenal season. Right now you can see he's second in the league in touchdown receptions. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
This one misses the tight end. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Punt team on the field. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here comes their offense out again. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And they're going to have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing now on first down. Hauled in left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And they'll have first down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up first down. Throwing from the gun here. Searches from the pocket. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. Got his target. It's Hill. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And now they have a 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty.
Encroachment defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still first down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. Runs it in for the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys push their lead to 18. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense making its way back out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Cut out left. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He's got a man left. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They're throwing it. It is Cup, left side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. We are at the 2-minute warning. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 43. They bring the pressure. Down he goes. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he is on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't. Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still third down.
After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. Running back sent in motion. Throw on 3rd down. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense getting to take the field one more time in the half. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. No one around. He's got space. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got? And I get for the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving right along to the start of the second half. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The home teams. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
From the 28. Completed to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Pass play now. Setting up the screen. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Now he takes it and just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss. You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Finds a man right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right side. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At their 48-yard line.
From the 48. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Sending a receiver left. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Handoff now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. So now a timeout for a player who's shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree, not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's a throw. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw it on 1st down. Connecting on the slant. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 39. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, great tackle.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Now outruns their offense to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll run here on first down. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
They go play action here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll give him a 1st down. Dropping back to throw. He's got it over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Option design here. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. Another carry for him. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. They're going to have 4th and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to take over possession. 1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he gets taken down immediately, right at the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking for a throw here. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Complete over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. They give it to him again. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! These guys get it back to within 2 possessions. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys make it an 11-point ball game. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Setting up a throw. Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Hey, I get it. You know, there are times as a decision maker playing quarterback, you take a sack and you cut your losses. But when you get an opportunity in the red zone on 3rd down, you'd love to give your guy on the other end a chance. Because a touchdown, well, we know in the course of outcomes of games, so much more influential than settling for a field goal.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Hill now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Throwing now from the gun. Stays in the pocket. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play.
And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
So out now comes the punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The offense headed back to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Airing it out to start this drive. It's his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives them the first.
45-yard line.
He'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 1st down.
I'll talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate 1st down following that encroachment flag. He'll throw it yet again. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Here's 2nd and 5. That one's complete right side. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. We've reached the 2-minute warning. These guys trail by 8. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
He'll look to throw it. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock, but by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
They'll try and punch it in. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. Throwing now. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
The offense getting set to go. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. After one final kneel-down, partner, and this should do it. They take a knee here, and that's going to close out the regular season with a victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. This celebration begins for our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.